Welcome, and thank you for joining us today. You're listening to a calm, clear, and responsible news voice, bringing you verified developments from Pattaya, Chonburi, and surrounding areas of Thailand. Our purpose is simple: to inform the public, to avoid speculation, and to present unfolding events with balance, accuracy, and respect for everyone involved. Please take a moment, relax, and allow us to guide you through several significant incidents that have taken place over the past few days. Incidents that highlight concerns around public safety, law enforcement efforts, and the personal impact of events affecting both residents and visitors in this region. We begin with a case that has caused deep concern for a family overseas and has now drawn the attention of local authorities in Pattaya. A Russian woman has traveled to Pattaya after losing all contact with her adult son, fearing that he may have been abducted or seriously harmed. The woman, identified as Olga, is 51 years old and arrived in Pattaya after repeated attempts to reach her son were unsuccessful. According to her account, her 30-year-old son, Mikhail Emilyanov, was last heard from on the 7th of January, after which all communication abruptly stopped. She explained through an interpreter that her son had been living and conducting business in Pattaya for approximately 2 years and had appeared increasingly anxious in the days leading up to his disappearance. During their final conversations, he reportedly told his mother that he was preparing to meet 2 fellow Russian nationals regarding a business matter linked to the cannabis sector. He allegedly expressed concern about the individuals involved, describing them as potentially dangerous, and warned that the meeting could place him at risk. On the morning of the 7th of January, Mikhail shared his live location with his mother while traveling within Pattaya, keeping her informed of his movements. Later that same day, he contacted her again, stating that he was traveling onward to Bangkok with the same individuals and that he no longer felt safe. He reportedly told her that if she was unable to contact him for more than 2 hours, she should immediately notify authorities, as it would indicate he was in trouble. After contact was lost, friends of the missing man attempted to locate him at a cannabis shop where he was known to have business ties. At that location, they reportedly encountered the 2 men previously mentioned and claimed those individuals were in possession of Mikhail's mobile phone. Mikhail himself was not present, and his friends chose not to approach the men, stating they feared for their own safety. The mother also revealed that her son had earlier requested $10,000 from her, intended as a business investment, and she has no knowledge of where that money is now. She stated that she is unaware of any other disputes or conflicts that could explain his disappearance. Upon arriving in Pattaya, she filed a missing person report with Pattaya City Police, providing officers with photographs, location data, and CCTV footage showing the last known images of her son. Police have confirmed that the report has been accepted and that officers are continuing to collect evidence and information. The mother has urged authorities to act swiftly, expressing concern that any delay could place her son in further danger. She has also appealed to members of the public, asking anyone with relevant information to contact police immediately. We now turn to another serious incident that occurred during the early hours of the morning, involving a foreign national staying at a hotel in Pattaya. A 31-year-old Frenchman was critically injured after falling from the 5th floor of a hotel in the Nuklua area. Emergency services were alerted shortly after midnight, when rescue workers received reports of a foreigner who had fallen from a significant height. Upon arrival at the scene, responders found the man lying on the ground level, conscious but suffering from severe injuries. Rescue personnel reported serious head trauma, injuries to the legs, and heavy bleeding requiring immediate medical attention.
Witnesses at the hotel stated that a loud noise, similar to a heavy object striking the ground, was heard moments before the man was discovered. Hotel guests and staff rushed to investigate, finding the injured man lying below an awning that appeared to have been struck during the fall. Rescuers provided urgent first aid at the scene before transporting the man to hospital for emergency treatment. It was noted that the injured individual had a strong smell of alcohol, and hotel staff informed police that he had been staying alone at the property for nearly a week. According to staff statements, the man had been drinking alcohol in his room prior to the incident, and no other individuals were reported to be present at the time. Police officers attended the scene to collect evidence, review the surroundings, and interview witnesses. At this stage, authorities have not confirmed whether the fall was accidental or whether other factors may have been involved. Investigations are ongoing, and officials have stated that further details will be released once more information becomes available. This incident has renewed concerns about alcohol-related accidents involving tourists, particularly in multi-story accommodation buildings. Emergency responders have reiterated the importance of safety awareness, especially when staying in elevated hotel rooms. We now move to a major law enforcement operation that has drawn international attention. Thai immigration authorities have arrested a Chinese national believed to be a senior figure in a large transnational online scam network. The suspect, known as Jack Yang, also identified by several aliases, is 41 years old and is accused of playing a leading role in an operation that allegedly defrauded victims of nearly 900 million baht. Authorities stated that the arrest took place in Chonburi province following an extensive investigation involving biometric verification and facial recognition technology. Authorities revealed that the suspect had changed both his name and nationality in an effort to evade international arrest warrants. Investigators believe he entered Thailand using false identity documents, posing as a tourist, and had been living quietly in a residential area of Bang Lamung district. The operation was part of an intensified crackdown on transnational criminals believed to be using Thailand as a temporary refuge. Intelligence gathered by immigration officers indicated that the suspect had been linked to large-scale online fraud cases dating back several years. According to investigators, the scam network operated by luring victims into downloading online gaming applications. Victims were initially allowed to withdraw small profits, building trust, before being encouraged to invest larger sums. Once funds were transferred, the applications were reportedly shut down, and victims were unable to recover their money. More than 600 victims are believed to have been affected, with losses totaling close to 900 million baht. Authorities stated that the suspect's name surfaced repeatedly during previous arrests of lower-level members of the network. After confirming his true identity by biometric data, immigration officers revoked his permission to remain in Thailand. He was taken into custody and transferred to investigators for further legal proceedings. Officials described the arrest as a significant success, highlighting improved cooperation, technology, and intelligence sharing in the fight against transnational cybercrime. We now turn to a local public order incident that occurred in a busy area of Pattaya. Municipal officers briefly restrained a foreign man after reports that he was shouting and behaving aggressively in public during the morning school commute. The incident took place near Pattaya School 8 and Wat Chai, an area frequented by students, residents, and tourists. City enforcement officers responded alongside a special affairs unit after receiving reports of a visibly intoxicated individual causing concern among passers-by. Officers moved quickly to calm the situation and prevent escalation. According to officers, the man's Thai wife arrived at the scene shortly afterward, explaining that her husband suffers from mental health issues and had also consumed alcohol. Authorities took this information into consideration while managing the incident. Officers initially attempted verbal de-escalation, but briefly restrained the man when he refused to cooperate. Once he calmed and the situation stabilized, officials decided not to pursue further action. The man was escorted safely back to his residence in the Jomtien area, where the incident concluded without injury or property damage. Municipal representatives stated that the response followed standard procedures, prioritizing safety, de-escalation, and cooperation with family members. They confirmed that no further measures are currently planned. As Pattaya continues to welcome visitors from around the world,